out our new sponsor, the Health Blaze. All the information is in the description. Use the promo code above. Goodfellow One Boxing at 18% off of all their natural products from deodorant, pomade, toothpaste, and much, much more. And they have additional discounts on their website as well. That's thehealthblaze.com. Starting December 20th. That promo code is good for 18% off. We go. Kobe Bryant doesn't believe that James Harden and the Houston Rockets can win a championship with the system they running and him being so ball dominant. Let's talk about it. We back. Goodfellow Sports TV. We in the building. Appreciate everybody for checking in. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, bell icon button. Won't miss another video. Definitely appreciate everybody that's supporting the channel. Keep sharing the videos, man. And also check out the sponsor, The Health Blaze, at thehealthblaze.com. Promo code Goodfellow One Boxing gets you 18% off their all natural products, lotions, soaps, foot soaks, bath bombs, and much, much more. All right. Like I said, the website promo code description. What Kobe said that it's a phenomenal what James Harden is doing, but that style of play with him dominating the ball so much won't win a championship because the defense will be able to key on him, and that's what happens every year. You know what I'm saying? And James Harden rebutted, and he said that he right, but when we get a full roster back, we should be all right. But Mike D'Antoni, that style never worked. Not when he had Joe Johnson, Steve Nash, Amari Stoudemire. When he had those guys, it just won't win a championship, man. Isolation ball. You got to be able to get down there and run sets. You know what I'm saying? Back screens. More than just pick and roll. It don't matter. That's why James Harden suck in the playoffs. Because it's nothing to scheme for him to get open. They don't put James Harden on a ton of, off-ball screens and let him run off ball and catch and shoot and get a lot of matchups. Either it's pick and roll or he going 1-on-5, even when Chris Paul is there. And Kobe is absolute right. You can't win a championship. That's why Steve Nash didn't win one. You know what? He'll never win a championship with that style. He has to start running sets because when you get to playoff basketball, it's all about half-court offense. It is. You can't just pick and roll and isolation and clear one side of the floor off, even with Chris Paul, whoever it is. You know what I'm saying? You can't go 1-on-5. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have to scheme a way for these dudes to get open. And that's why I never worked for Mike D'Antoni. You know what I'm saying? When you get to the playoffs and James Harden start fumbling and bumbling and he started missing the shot, people forget that. People saying, oh, what he doing is so great right now. Yeah, it's a Peyton Manning shit. You know what I'm saying? What he doing is breaking records and it's just outrageous. But when the playoffs come, people going to use that same, oh, he tired. No, he ain't tired, bro. In the playoffs, teams are able to know, okay, we got one opponent. We got no back-to-back. Let's scheme James Harden. Let's make somebody else beat us. They're not going to put James Harden off the ball, run him off some screens, and scheme for him to get open. And they ain't going to do that. Mike D'Antoni is an old man stuck in his ways. And that's why they won't win. Oh, they got close last year to win it. Golden State wasn't going to let them win. I'm telling you that. Chris Paul was on cue with his injury. That's why you see this year, the style ain't working. Even when Chris Paul was healthy, they still was getting their ass kicked. Because D'Antoni can only take you so far. Okay? Before you got to get another coach in there. Now, if he was able to get better with half court and draw some half court things up, then I say, okay, then they got a problem. But his half court offense has always been pick and roll, man, being Stoudemire and fucking Nash, and then Joe Johnson and Sean Marion in the corner for the oop. Whatever it may have been, that's always been his shit. It's either pick and roll or get up and down the floor and shoot the ball in the first 8 seconds of the shot clock. That's what it's always been. That ain't gonna work in playoff basketball. It slows down. It's half court offense versus half court defense. And that defense, when you get to championship level basketball, that defense is gonna take away what you do best, and you have to do something else. Houston Rockets is gonna be an easy team, for elite teams in the West, to beat in the playoffs. It's easy because you can outcoach them, slow the game down, and make them play half court. If James Harden gonna take 30, 40 shots, isolating the ball on top of the key like Kobe said, if he beat us, oh, okay, I'll live with that. You know what I'm saying? But, like Kobe said, you're not going to win. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to win. You're not going to win that. Real talk. You're not going to win playing like that. You got to sit there and run sets. You got to sit there and run plays, scheme. And a lot of people won't understand it, man, because a lot of people don't know basketball for real. But he ain't no good coach. He only can take you so far before you got to get rid of Mike D'Antoni. Now, if you want to sell tickets and have an excited team, yeah, he's a coach for that. But they got to do something different in Houston. You know, especially in playoff time. They got to do something different. But, you know, like I said before, what Harden doing is phenomenal, man. If it was that easy, you know, everybody else would be doing it. You know what I'm saying? But it's not. You know, in spite, you know, he doing this in spite of Mike D'Antoni. Because Mike D'Antoni don't be giving him no help, man. It's just James Harden get the ball and go 1-on-5. Real talk, if he was able to play in a regular offense with the constructive roster, like he said, it was 100% healthy. If he was playing for Larry Brown back in the day, or if he was playing for Brad Stevens, he'd be the most efficient player in the NBA, bar none. Most efficient. Wouldn't even be close. Because they would set up sets for him. You know, they would set up plays for him. They would scheme for him to get open and come off screens and catch the ball so the defense couldn't key on him. You know, they'd do things to get hard and easy or more easy, but he wouldn't have to work hard for a real NBA team or real NBA coach. So this ain't Kobe hating at all, man. This is Kobe giving an honest opinion. Somebody that been there, try to do 1-on-5. Ain't gonna work. He had to get Lamar Odom. He had to get Paul Gasol. Everybody need help. Shaq found that out too. Until Kobe emerged, Shaq wasn't winning no championship because Shaq couldn't win one with Penny. Tracy McGrady learned that out too. He could not get out the first round. He was up 3-1 on the Pistons. And the Pistons pulled Tayshaun Prince out the deep freezer and stopped him. You can't win 1-on-5. You can't win with isolation basketball. It's not going to happen. Especially with the Warriors out there. And that's a team that move the ball well. Fluid offense. Move the ball really, really well. Excuse me. You're not a little bit under the weather. Apologize, y'all. But, yeah, you're not going to win or beat them. You got to have a fluid. You got to have some type of fluidity in your offense where you moving the ball. You scheming, and you know, they don't have that. Even with Chris Paul, Clint Capella, Eric Gordon there, each one of them three dudes, besides Clint Capella, is an isolation guy. Each one of them want to go 1-on-1. And sometimes, you know, James will penetrate and kick it to Eric Gordon, and he'll shoot that thing, but he real inconsistent. He a real streaky shooter, too. Real streaky. Chris Paul, his best thing is to have the ball in his hands and really create for everybody else. You know, and that's cool, but he, you know, watching James Harden, he's going to be a spot-up shooter too. I think this roster got so much more potential with a better coach. But Mike D'Antoni is not going to change the way he coaches and approach the game. He want to play running gun no matter how many times playoff history showed him, oh, that ain't going to work. You got to sit down there and run sets. You're going to have to sit down there and win in half court. He's going to continue to play his style. And it worked for the first couple rounds, but once you get to, you know, to Denver, you know, once they get more experience in a couple of years, but once you get to Golden State, you know, once you get to Greg Popovich and them, you know, you're not gonna beat teams like that, man. They got the talent and the coaching. You ain't gonna beat them. You're not gonna beat them. You know, so at the end of the day, Kobe Bryant exactly right. Until they change, what they want, only time they gonna change is when they fire D'Antoni. When they change, then that's when it's a wrap. That's when I think if Houston get the right coach down there, it's a wrap. They gonna be running. Harden gonna be unstoppable, bro. You know what I'm saying? He gonna be totally unstoppable in my opinion. You know, but with Mike D'Antoni, you know, all that high usage rate and that dribble isolation and, you know, go 1-on-5. Watch when I tell you, the playoff come, teams gonna be like, oh no, you ain't gonna do that. Then y'all gonna be like, oh, Harden choking again. Oh, he tired. Nah. You know, his coach ain't putting him in the best position to be victorious. And that's real shit. I watch it year and year again, over and over again. And on top of that, James Harden chokes in the playoffs. Go back to the Oklahoma City-Miami series. He the one that didn't show up. He didn't show up. Then Houston and Golden State not too long after that. They could have went up 2-0 on Golden State that one of them years. He turned the ball over in the fourth quarter, overtime, whatever, in back-to-back games in Golden State. They could have went up. The Kawhi Leonard thing, Kawhi Leonard sat out in the playoffs, and the Spurs still sent their ass home in Game 6. He couldn't even beat the Kawhi Leonard Spurs. So he already got playoff issues. So at the end of the day, if your coach not assist you to make it the game more easier, then it is what it is, man. But Goodfellas Sports TV, I appreciate everybody for checking in. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, bell icon button. Won't miss another video. Don't forget, we on Facebook, Twitter. Reach out to the email if you got business questions, inquiry, or sponsorship. In addition to that, we got a Facebook group too. But check out the Health Blaze, our sponsor, thehealthblaze.com. Promo code Goodfella1Box to get you 18% off their all natural products, lotion soaps, foot soaps, bath bombs, and much, much more. Head over to the healthblaze.com website and promo code description. Let me know what y'all think in the comment section about Kobe comments. I'll link it in the description so you guys can see it. Goodfella Sports TV, your boy CJ Goodfella. Y'all know what the business is. We gone.